Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Deadlink, where I did a couple of quick farming runs here because I thought before we call it, however many episodes from now that is, I thought we should at least see the last tier of upgrades. So I did a farming run, I got us up to 20 Turing tokens. We're going to finish this run and then get to see what the last tier of shell upgrades looks like at least. This time out we are the punchy one. And I really am using Graviton Punch as my primary weapon here. We do have a pretty well upgraded arc cannon. You can see it is tier 4, so it's got some bonus damage and stuff. We have the upgrades to Stray Redirector, allowing it to stun enemies and break sea balls. Graviton Punch, I don't know that this is ever really doing anything, but whatever, it's fine. And then I've just stacked a whole bunch of stuff on Graviton Punch, including 2 seconds of cooldown reduction. So the Graviton Punch itself only has a 3-second cooldown, and every time we fire it, all of our weapon hits weaken enemies, and also we get a bunch of skill power, and also it increases the damage of the arc cannon by 15%. And that has been the strategy. The Stray Redirector is also, getting the cooldown reduction pulsed on it constantly, so I'm just using the abilities of the suit more than anything. And then on Sea Ball Break, we have this, which I don't think we'd ever seen before, a temporary shield. Every time we go to get ammo, it's actually worked out to be pretty strong. So stats, here's what we're working with right now. We get 1 HP on each weak point kill shot. I don't really have the wherewithal to tell you how often this is firing. I think melee attacks probably don't trigger weak points. I don't know. And then in theory, like when we switch weapons, we get bonus electric damage. I think we're doing like, normal ballistic and toxic. Our grenades our grenades are electric. So that's something. I don't know. Like I said, it's a lot of shield and mega punch and feeling a lot like a Titanfall 2 robot. So what do we want? I don't think that we benefit all that much from a shell upgrade here. We would get the med tech at the end of the fight, right? Part of me kind of wants to just go to med tech and then go to the boss. The shell upgrades that are available were not very good last time, and the heavy weapon, our heavy weapon is already max level. I think we're gonna try it this way. We should at least see the boss, right? I think that would be a good thing for us to do. Okay. Hammer Dude. We did not do so well against Hammer Dude last time. Make sure we get some ammo back. Now you might notice, one thing that I noticed with great annoyance, which is that the bonus, your sea ball break bonus does not apply if you break a sea ball with your shield. If you break a sea ball with the F shield, I mean. Which really sucks just because it's... Oops, that's a clumsy shot. It's not even that big of a thing. It's just like, that's the reason you would take that, right? Is because it does that. And I almost feel like it's false advertisement for it not to trigger the sea ball break. Because you are breaking a sea ball. It is objectively true that is happening. I'm trying to catch the little enemies in the come on, switch. Oh, come on. Fucking tree. Oh boy, I almost made myself come down on top of that projectile there. I think we got this. Okay. Right, I forgot. Unlike every other place in the game where you fight bosses, the bosses in these rooms do not end the fight when they die. Because a little bit of consistency in the mechanics would, in fact, be too much to ask. Urgh. Okay. There we go. Whew, so this should refill our health pretty significantly, and then we just go to the boss, I think. Fingers crossed, y'all. Okay. 6934. I reckon this is about the best it's going to get. Let's go see him.
Looking for investors. Make your mark on the future.
All right.
Generations will remember your
We do not have very much money. I was not thinking about the fact that this was going to be 200 credits. Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to just going in there. We could drop the Tesla modulator, which I'm really not getting any damage out of anyway. Yeah, that'll give us enough to purchase the full health.
Show your receipt to a C-ball for a discount on public transport.
That's pretty cool.
Prepare for a price cut.
I don't, you know, listen, video games are hard to make. I know that. Did you just throw a C-ball at me? Please don't mess with the C-balls. I need those. Damn it. Oh, that's bad. I'll say this though, she is not doing as much damage, like constant damage to us as a lot of other enemies have. Okay, I think the mine's bigger than yours probably does lock up the question I was asking earlier about whether or not the second boss is meant to seem really childish. Alright, please don't do that.
This will look good at the investor call.
I hate to say that would be pretty rad actually to include at the investor call as part of your presentation footage of the CEO murdering one of your competitors. Like, does anybody have any questions about our leadership? Ah! She got like right underneath me somehow. That's not the real her.
Find who you are. You can barely defend yourself.
I want to be over here. I don't want to be close to you. Ow. That was wasteful. I should have just punched that. Not that it really matters though. Like, the cooldown is so short.
That hurt. You have no right.
I shouldn't have done that. I want to be far away from you.
Like a stock price.
That's embarrassing. I didn't angle up enough. Aha! That was cool. I managed to punch that away from her. Yeah, the arc gun is pretty bananas, huh?
Overly complex, yet as if a simpleton made it. This has the stink of the makers.
Phase 2? Phase 2. No big surprises here. Please stop swapping my weapons for me. Ah. Okay, things are getting a little more complicated now. That's not the real you. Shoot. Just trying to land like some marks. No, that's not you either. Damn it. Okay, I am specifically having a problem where I can't even find the boss. Yeah, ignoring the enemies as much as possible is for sure the move here.
You're costing me money. I'll give you credit.
Could you maybe fucking stop doing that, though? It would be really helpful. Yeah, because the arc thing is just doing like bananas damage.
To charity.
The arc weapon with the bonus damage per distance traveled is so much better than all the other secondary weapons.
Kill it again, please. Come on.
And I don't think like the primary weapon on this is particularly bad. It's not awesome. It's certainly not like as good as the engineer's primary. But yeah, using the primary weapon when you have the upgraded arc cannon is just, it just feels silly. It just feels like a waste. Okay, so I think that's a legitimate win of a run there. We got to see that. Final boss is like fine. First phase is like pretty easy, and it seems like the second phase after you kill the hammer guy, you never get another hammer guy. So are we getting some narrative now? Are we getting some?
You made it. End of line. I must admit, I'm impressed you were able to take down Femto's showcase model. Liz Watson defrauded a lot of money to get that wire.
That's not usually how
She needs to
that's
be
fine.
made an example for other corps.
Wait, how's that making her an example? Okay.
After the simulation phase is complete, taking her down will be one of our priorities. It needs to be done on first try, so keep training. When we're done celebrating, go for another run. Make me proud. Oh, and ignore any of the visual feedback you may have experienced. Rumiko tells me it's all to be expected. Besides, you'll forget all about it after a beer. You deserve it.
Okay. You've been cleared to access the deep dive difficulty level. Hey, I wonder how many clears they want me to do to experience whatever narrative it is they want to throw at me. Because again, the game doesn't have enough variance in it really to hold up to all that much play. Okay, so that is the last set of upgrades. Making XP doors give you health is a pretty big deal, although it doesn't help with the difficulty at the end of the game where you have to fight the third boss and then with no healing start doing fourth floor rooms. So there's exactly one opportunity to heal most of the time on the fourth floor. While at max shields, picking up shields decreases cooldowns. Gain 35 skill power when passing through a token door. Okay. It's funny that the thing that makes challenges worth doing isn't unlocked until here. And even then, like a random implant, if you got to choose the implant, that would be worthwhile. I still don't think it would be worth buying that, honestly. Okay, so bonus damage for the soldier when you're really up close to people. That makes a lot of sense, right? And it's quite a lot of bonus damage, too. This is also really good. Critical damage dealt by the hunter shell goes up by 20%. When leaving invisibility, gain 100% crit chance and 200% crit damage for one shot. That's exciting. 40% damage reduction while the worm link breach is connected to an enemy is kind of cool. It's pretty good for using it to, boss hunt. You get an additional turret. Okay, hate this. If you are a person who is making a video game, please hear my cry. Don't do this. Don't at the cost of lowering the damage output. Numbers. You have to say how much, because there's no way to know whether this is good or not if we don't know what the number is. If it reduces the damage output of each sentry active by 50%, that's like fine, right? Just two turrets doing approximately the same damage as before, but you could like be multiply applying elemental weaknesses or whatever. Like that's cool. If it lowers the damage of each sentry active by 90%, then this is really bad. If it's 40%, then it's really good. Like the only piece of information that you need to make this decision is not included. I don't understand why game developers keep thinking it's okay to do that shit. The Graviton Punch deals double damage to armor. Seems good. Gain a burst of movement speed. After deploying the Graviton Punch, you would basically always be at bonus movement speed. I did not have any of the Juggernaut shell upgrades on there. I definitely could have afforded some, but I was just like, yeah, let's save the tokens so that we can unlock that last row of things. Cooldown is reduced with every enemy it hits. How much? How much is it reduced by? Gain temporary shield for each enemy inside the stray redirector. That's probably just really good. Damage increases with distance traveled after activation. That's going to be fantastic. The stray redirector does the thing I wanted to do. It's finally there. You just have to get down to the 3rd level of... This should be base functionality. It's not interesting. Like, the only reason I was using it on that last run is because I had to go through... I had 2 doors where shell upgrade was the only thing we could take. And once you have 2 shell upgrades on it, it's like, okay. But it effectively does nothing. Sort of like baseline. This is the functionality it needs to have. This is sometimes good. Yeah, okay. There's some stuff here. There's some meaningful upgrades available. I'm really curious what it means by higher quality. I'm assuming this refers to the heavy weapons. Because like you can't, it doesn't seem like you can get a combination of cool secondary power and also element right now. But again, the use of the text, the words in the video game to make it clear what you mean is very, very thin. We should probably take 5% more damage in and 5% less damage, or 5% more damage out and 5% less damage in. That seems very obvious. Implant selection available at the start of mission. Trying to figure out what I think is the most significant thing after that. Like repair fund obviously is very good, but it's also as much as the defibrillator. Getting to start with a couple of combat shell upgrades would be really significant for a lot of the shells. Here, let's buy this. I definitely want bonus damage on the Graviton Punch from distance traveled. And then, like... yeah, show me this, maybe. Everything is so expensive. May as well buy that as well. They really want you to do a lot of runs, right? Alright, so what changes on the different crisis level? Marked enemies drop 60% of the shielding they do on the first level. The mark effect has a shorter duration. Shop prices are higher. Enemies have 150 bonus armor. That seems like quite a lot. You get 25 XP after a combat area, 250 from doors. So you do at least get more, significantly more payout on this difficulty. Overclock simulation, and then presumably neuromancy is the I don't know, would this be the do it in reality, or who knows? The tank we're clicking on is the simulation tank. So I guess probably not. Well, what do we want to... I know I just did a Juggernaut run, and I'm just going to end up playing exactly the same way if I do Juggernaut again. Yeah, we haven't actually done the Hunter in a minute. We haven't actually done Soldier in a minute. Let's do a Soldier run. Wait a minute. Did I put it on the wrong difficulty there? Did I leave it on 1? I meant to put it up to 2. Hold on. Abandoned run. Let me make sure here. Okay, no, I had it on 2. I'm just a little uncertain of myself, you know? Okay. Yeah. Let's try a Soldier run on 2. But yeah, overall, I think the final boss it seems like maybe one of the weakest ones. like stronger than more dangerous than the first area boss, but that's like the only one. A short range jet burner dealing fire damage. Damage increasing with proximity to the target with additional spread. So yeah, you can start getting rarity perks on them. This is interesting. What a weird way for that to look. Okay, yeah. So we get Scrambler deals damage equal to 50% of your skill power and shock the next enemy hit. Interesting. Probably just put it on the Scrambler use, right? Well, maybe on grip wire. So you grip wire in and hit people with the flamethrower, and it shocks them as well, and that should be fun.
Hey, Crusher is actually letting me manage you today. I know what I'm doing. Promise.
All right, let's see if we can. Let's see how much harder it feels. I'm feeling like the 150 extra armor on every enemy is going to make them feel a lot tougher. That's gonna like more than double the health of these early guys, isn't it? Oh, why did I do that? Just pressing the wrong button. I remember how to play the other shells. Who says I don't? Wow, did it really miss that one guy? Jeez. The default range on the Scrambler is so short. Feeling a little clumsy, for sure. That's not the game, that's me. The fact that you can't use the grappling hook to just grapple any random surface, that it has to be something that's really targetable, is throwing me off because, like, the punch, it just feels worse than the punch, right? The incendiary pack seems like it goes along really well with the buff that we've got to the Scrambler. All right, that hit him. When I did that, I was like immediately thinking, oh no, I've done it again. But remarkably, that did make contact. The reload time on the primary is so brutal. Thank you, game, for being generous and giving that to me, even though I kind of missed it. Where'd this thing come from? Like 150 extra shield, it feels like such a weird choice. Because like on a big robot like this, you're not even gonna notice it. Shell upgrade versus heavy weapon upgrade. I like our heavy weapon a lot. But I would really love the bonus Scrambler range if we can get it. You know, this isn't terrible either. Or even short cooldown on the grip wire. I could use my reload or my reroll to try to find the scramble thing. But actually, I'm gonna take the cord nano constructor. All right, I got nothing to say to you. My tokens are still important to me. Yep, good, solid shoot there. Oh, jeez, the difference in damage output I am really feeling. They were not joking about that cooldown being lowered, though. That said, if you accidentally hook a sea ball instead of an enemy and then try to get things going again, it does feel terrible. Gain up to 125% blaze mode damage corresponding to the ammo remaining in the gun, but lowers the capacity. It's not very exciting. I think I might just take the upgrade on the incendiary pack. Does the secondary part increase? Not until level 4, and we don't get level 4 upgrades yet. I will do one roll on this guy. Well, that's no good. Okay, there we go. Got some shield and immediately lost all of it. I was trying really hard to destroy that barrel and it just would not go. Damn it. The little tiny jump pads next to the gong are super annoying. There you are. Token versus shop versus challenge is rough. I guess. I mean, we need more tokens in the end. I will not have so much money that we're going to be struggling to buy things at the shop at the end of the area. I seriously can't imagine. I mean, that's very effective. I have to say that. Like the blaze mode gripwire thing is really, really good. Okay. Might be a good time to make sure there's bullets in the gun. Getting better at remembering to to care about that. I gotta say, honestly, it doesn't. In actual practice, it doesn't feel all that different. Stunned enemies take more damage. The Cripwire Repel is a proper stun. I mean, so is the Scrambler, and it stuns enemies. It stuns a larger number of enemies. It probably makes more sense to do that. Nope. There we go.
I can't stand that bitch.
Wow, plus 150% critical damage is very real.
But
Let's do this one.
I want to just get this project done.
It's weird that the movement speed decrease lasts more rooms than the credit penalty because it's so much more significant in practice. Like in terms of your actual survivability. Okay, that'll shut down all that stuff. I'm definitely feeling a lot more mobile, and I'm like 100% more mobile than like the last time we played Soldier. I mean, and I am definitely 100% aware of that being a playstyle thing. I think that shoot, I was trying to grab onto the geisha. How are you still alive? Damn. I think that Juggernaut run really got me in the right headspace. Okay, let me get a little bit of ammo in my good weapon here. I am enjoying this thing very much, I have to say. Let's go upgrade it. Charge time down, fire rate up, damage to nearby enemies bonus increases. Hell yeah. Definitely taking more damage than I would like though. Got her. All right. Shutting the geisha down early feels like a really, really important part of surviving here. Boy, I cannot. This is just exploding enemies. I don't even really know what's going on. I'm just pressing the buttons that seem like they should be good buttons in the moment. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely in some pain here. I mean, I for sure want to grab this, the chemical burn pack, and just put that on and have all three of the homing projectile things. That feels very good. Movement speed increased off of the grapple. Is that the thing that makes the most sense? Probably. Alright, we're doing a lot of free damage. Whoa, how did I get flung up there? Two left. Where are they? Jesus. Yeah, that ain't working. Out of there. Alright. I should have done more marking of enemies down here, but I was just trying to get out of that in one piece. I could have done some more work for our post-combat state though, for sure. Alright, let's definitely buy this. Become immune to damage for 2 seconds. I mean, I feel like I want that. 312 is rough though. I could have it. I'm allowed to sell... I might sell the static inference generator for this. Yeah, right? This feels... Give? There we go. Had to mouse off of it and back on. But yeah, become immune to damage for 2 seconds feels like it's gotta be... it's gotta be the correct option on every grapple. Especially considering how frequently we can grapple. Well, there we go. Unfortunately, we are not getting the reduced grapple timer if I am using it on the boss. Shoot. Nor if I'm using it on that guy, apparently. Okay, so that'll give us a couple of charges of that. I wasn't even close enough to hit him. That was a waste. Okay. You. I could have bent that flight a little bit more and gotten another steel ball worth of charge on my flame weapon. There's definitely an error. 'Cause- 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 'cause on. Desperately need some shields. Alright, I need some enemies to come over here and die. There we go. Feeling a lot better. I'm immune to damage. And then spend all of your immune time reloading because you're very bad at planning. Okay, well, that was terrible. I just did a very bad job there. But the rewards are very significant.
You think you just showed up? I checked its systems and it seems the brain machine interface mimics Porsche's by their neural connections. I gotta spend some time studying it.
You would think they could just mark the ones that they've already said to you and just don't fire those ones again. Alright, this is gonna be rough. The opening here is gonna be really rough.
I'll try and guide you, but I'm still learning how this thing works. Just stay safe.
Okay. Temp shields. I probably should remember to punch these as I pass them. There we go. Just become immune to damage. Who lives? Ah! Well, obviously I could still use some actual HP, but that's not so bad. That's new. Not very good. Does this level up into... No, the projectile never increases. Well, honestly, I don't think this is very good. May as well have a 3 battery ability, right? You know, I'm wondering, was I misremembering? Is the bonus range on the Scrambler a permanent suit upgrade that we bought, maybe? I was thinking it seems to be hitting on stuff that I'm really not expecting it to hit on. Jeez, what a nightmare. I need HP so fucking badly. Do we want a damage type on this thing, or do we want to fix the horrible reload? The reload is very bad, but I suppose having a weapon for electric and a weapon for fire is pretty smart. guys are tough. Jeez, do we really need 2 of those things? I'll say this, they do seem to use up a considerable amount of the room's spawn budget, so that was okay at least. Yeah, upgrading this seems really good. Seems real good. The multi-thread overclock on... Jeez, yeah, this is also very good though. The multi-thread overclock on the grapple wire, just so I can use it all the time, is really something, but let's take the enhanced invulnerability. Where is that coming from? Ah, okay. On melee kill, well, I mean, I guess there's no reason not to equip it. That's getting sold though. Terrible grenade work. Terrible grenade work. Hearing a lot of loud noises over here, and it's making me very nervous. Okay. Feel like we got this a little bit more under control. Jesus. The reload on this thing. Trying to make sure I don't blow myself up with the projectiles. I guess shopping so that I can buy health twice is probably the thing to do here.
User authorized.
And yeah, I guess that's all we're getting.
Thank you for your loyalty.
That's right, I forgot. This frame has such low max HP. We probably do not end up making use of the second shop health unless we really fuck things up here. Which, let's be honest, still very much possibility. Okay, well apparently I'm over here now, sorry. More ammo for this gun. There we go. Oh dear, reload. Not a great moment for it, actually. Okay. Feeling a little bit more under control here. This is no good, obviously, at all. You know, multi-thread overclock is never bad. How do I want to... Do I want to reconfigure things a little bit here? We're breaking sea balls more frequently. Honestly, I don't care about the active on this too much. but getting the cooldown reduction constantly, I think, matters quite a bit. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to fire down on that guy from up here. Turns out I don't actually know how this level is shaped at all. Jesus, how many of these hammer guys am I going to have to go through? Alright, I think we're getting it under control. That was a really bad situation. That absolutely would have had me in full panic. Not all that long ago. I am definitely getting more comfortable. No, you are absolutely not allowed to move. One single big enemy simply does not get to play the game against us, and that's very fun. Okay. Scrambler shocks enemies when hit and can break sea balls. That's interesting. Or the grip wire does damage. I like this.
Can you help a fellow scientist out?
I
Extra data on this combat content.
don't think either of those are actually very interesting.
Can you help a fellow
Mark's duration is
scientist
3 times longer,
out? Some extra data
but for
on this
5 combat encounters, your shotgun is half ammo. I don't think that's worth doing. Come on. This is a lot of angry people. Trying to get a little bit of a refresh on my shields. Come on, die. Okay, so many hammer guys. I think I came out of that pretty alright. Okay. Here's kind of like the first soft challenge, right? Well, I should say the first real challenge. Honestly, I think this is maybe one of the harder bosses. Right now we don't have a special grenade at all. I suppose we probably should fix that. Alright, let's see if I can actually make it through this. I was just curious if there would be any change on the higher difficulty. It is kind of nice to just like always be doing all of the damage types. Ah, shoot. He is not the person I wanted to hit there. I can tell you right now, this ain't gonna work. Just like the amount of damage I'm dealing to him, even when I'm focusing him, there's no way we make it through this. I am so bummed that I hit the sea ball with my grapple instead of the enemy. Actually, we are making it through the second phase faster than I was expecting.
You can't shoot through this. You can't dodge this. Stand still, will ya?
He killed that guy before the mark hit him. Hit it. Clumsy, clumsy, clumsy. Alright, so there's my defibrillator pop. Alright, we broke phase 2. That's the hard part, but of course it is the part that consumed my defibrillator charge, so that makes sense. Trying my best to make use of the invulnerability on the grappling hook, but if you use the grappling hook on the boss, the cooldown is so long. Ugh, yeah. I'm still really bad at fighting that boss. I'm very obviously getting better, but still there was a lot of room to improve. We are still sub good. But yeah, okay. At this point, I think we have seen everything this game has to offer. It is pretty fun. It is like pretty fun, just like in the moment during the run. But also the sameness is starting to get to me a little bit. So I do think this is probably gonna be the last episode of this. There's more to this game. If you want to see the more to this game, you know, it's fun to play. You can go buy the game and have fun playing it. So yeah, I think that's it for Deadlink for now. For the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. This one it's ambitious and it's accomplishing a lot of what it set out for, but if they want you to play as long as they seem to want you to play to sort of like complete the arc of the game, they probably need to add like a little bit more variability, just like a couple more like actual different AI enemy types, rather than just like color swaps of the same enemies, and maybe like an extra boss per area so the runs don't all feel so identical. I don't know. When you come back next time, tomorrow, there will be something new in this slot. There is so much cool stuff in the queue. I'm excited. I hope y'all are as well, and we will see you then.